you're having a artist reception tonight.
It's our monthly open house. We do it on the third Saturday night of each month all year round. It's our own event here in the San Clemente area.
And tell everybody what the name of your gallery is.
This is Gallery 104 Fine Art.
And tell us where it is.
166 Avenida Del Mar in San Clemente, California.
And we've even got background music here. It's just wonderful.
Yes, we usually do have artists, musical artists accompanying our events. Wine, food, music, that's our thing.
Well, you're going to do a great job, and it's going to be real exciting. Everybody's walking the streets. Let's go on and see inside.
All right, sounds good.
Now, here's the artist that's playing music right here on San Clemente. Tell us your name.
My name is Gregory Brock.
And this is great music. It's not loud. It's just really great music.
That's what I'm hoping for. It's not going to annoy anybody too much. I don't want any tomatoes thrown at me tonight.
And how long have you been musicking?
I've been musicking. That's the word for the night. Musicking for about 25 years or so. I know I look like I'm just 20, so it's hard to imagine. The math doesn't make sense, but yes, about 25 years.
Well, it sounds really good. Keep it up.
I appreciate that. Appreciate that very much.
All right, and we're going to go inside and check everything out. There's a really great artist right here at Gallery 104. Tell us your name and a little bit about your artwork.
My name is Greg Martes. I've lived in San Clemente for almost 40 years now. I make surfboards professionally, and my art started as a result of the resin dripping on the floor. And that's where I got my ideas. Basically, I mean, it's like that in a nutshell. But I've been making surfboards for 45 years.
Come down to Gallery 104 and check this artwork out. It's awesome. Wonderful. This is another artist of Gallery 104. And tell us your name and about your artwork.
Joseph Moscoso. My artwork tends to be, well, it's interesting because a lot of people ask me about my artwork and to explain it. And it's so difficult to do so. Shattered glass, chipped glass that's softened, that you can still touch. It isn't as fragile at all as you would tend to think.
Yes, it looks very fragile. Also, it looks very sharp, and it's not.
It isn't at all, because it's all softened up with sanding belts. All of this is manually done, by the way. Each piece is pattern cut and layered. So,
well, how long have you been doing artwork like this?
About 30 years, and it's probably my original pieces I kept in boxes because I was afraid to let go. And my pieces were just too personal for me. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for telling us about your artwork. You're a very talented artist. I can see that. And enjoy the gallery.
You as well. Thank you so much.
Tell us your name and tell us a little bit about what you do.
I'm Russ Sanders. I'm a photographer. I'm a landscape photographer. So basically what I try and do is capture what people don't see is happening right in front of them. And mainly the oceans that we have all here in southern Orange County. And these are all Laguna, Dana Point, San Clemente. That's where I go and spend my time. And this was my heart, my hobby and love. And once I started capturing it, I just wanted to start sharing it.
Tell us a little bit about this painting here.
This painting right here is in South Laguna. And it's not a painting, it's a photograph. And it's done on a high-speed film, of course. And what's happening right here is the wave is actually coming together, and what you see is an explosion of the wave, actually. And this is actually shooting up the beach. Now, when I shoot these, this is actually going to shoot right up into me, and I'm going to get completely wet with water as I do it.
Oh, wait a minute! You get down right into it. I mean, you don't just step back and take pictures. You get into it.
I'm definitely right in the water, and every time I go out shooting, I'm completely wet. And so most of the time, I'm actually in the water when I shoot. And the way I can do that is I put my camera in this. And
tell us a little bit about this.
It's an underwater housing, and this completely protects my camera from anything, so I can get in there and I can make my adjustments still on speed, aperture, and anything that I need to do, and I have my shutter right here. And
how exciting. Now, what kind of camera do you use?
I use a Nikon D7000.
All right, well, I don't know what that one is, but I'll bet some of you out there do. Well, thank you so much for telling us about your artwork. I still call it artwork, even though it's photograph.
Both. I think it's both. I look at it as both because there's photography. Thanks, Ann. There's photography, and what I try and do is capture some of the more artistic spots that you don't normally see with normal photography, and that's what it is.
And that's a moment in time.
Moment in time, exactly.
Right, thank you so much for being here. Tell us your name and tell us a little bit about your artwork.
Well, my name's Darlene Cats, and I do oil painting. As you can see, I do a lot of dancers, music. I like to paint whatever I feel like painting at the moment.
Tell us a little bit about this big painting right here in the middle.
Okay.
What inspired you to do that?
Well, you know, I really like to capture a moment in time, and that's true with all of my paintings. And especially in a live performance, that moment is something that you capture and you can never capture it again. And it's always different. You know, even if she's practiced this a million times, every time she dances or you know, does the same movement to her, it's still a little bit different. So that's what I like to do, is capture that moment.
And this is in oils.
Yes.
Well, it is very beautiful, and all your artwork is very beautiful. So I hope that people will come down and Gallery 104 and see your artwork. Tell us your name and tell us a little bit about your artwork.
My name is Lambert, and I'm the jewelry designer at Gallery 104. I work primarily with sea glass.
Well, it's very beautiful. You sea glass. Tell us about, where do you get sea glass?
Sea glass is trash that's been tossed into the ocean or come off of a shipwreck. It's tumbled in the water for years with the rocks and the elements, and it washes up on the sand as tiny pebbles, little gems.
So now you go down the beach, yes, beach combing for sea glass.
Right, right. I travel all over the coast of California, picking up all my own sea glass that I incorporate into my jewelry.
How exciting, and that's very environmentally correct, I would say.
Yes, yes, very green. We're picking up the trash on the beach. And
how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this for about 10 years.
Well, it looks very beautiful. I hope that you all get to come down to Gallery 104 and see sea glass in jewelry, and maybe you'd like to pick up a piece of your jewelry.
Great, thank you. Please come anytime.
Come on down. Framing here at Gallery 104. Tell us a little bit about who does the framing here.
We have a very nice gentleman, Wayne Forsberg, who is our framer printer, and has his space in the back of our gallery. So if any piece is purchased in the gallery, or someone has a piece that they already have and they want it framed, he'll be glad to take care of that for them. Or if they have photography that they want printed on canvas or on photographic paper, a bigger size, he'll take care of that for them. And he'll do a lot of different things, and a lot of molding, samples are available. A lot of catalog books are available for people to look at and choose things from. So it makes it very easy for people to make a decision and have it done here locally.
Well, very good. And by the way, you happen to be just by accident standing next to a famous artist here.
This is another local artist, Roger Merrill. He works with metals and all sorts of finishes to get this. This particular piece is a print of his original work. This one's called Victory, and we're so lucky to have some work of his in the gallery. Thank you so much, Roger.
Oh, thank you very much, too. And come on down and check out all the artwork here in Gallery 104. And we have a great curator here that does an awesome job. Another artist right here at Gallery 104. We're so lucky to have all these great artists in here tonight. Tell us your name and tell us a little bit about your artwork.
Okay, my name is Nina K. Cullen. I go by K initial because I used to be a fashion designer and it was Nina K. So now I'm continuing Nina K, but just different design.
Good. Tell us what's your medium?
Oils. I do oils and really large. I love to use large canvases, but I always use a lot of different textures under the oil. And then on top, I like to do different varnishes just to give it more texture and shine. And
it's beautiful. I mean, your artwork is very interesting. It has lots of style, design, and color.
Color. I love color, and I love I tend to go to like blues and purples a lot in my paintings, even though I envision something else, but then I always tend to go just nice and happy colors.
Happy, that's great. That's what people will think when they're looking at your artwork.
And I hope it works with interiors, because I call my art like jewelry for the walls. So it's just
wonderful.
Decorate the walls.
Well, thank you so much for interviewing here and telling us a little bit about your artwork. And I hope that people will come down to Gallery 104 here on Del Mar Avenue in San Clemente to see your work. I'm right here at Gallery 104 in the window with Susan. Susan, tell us your whole name and tell us a little bit about your artwork.
I'm Susan Morose. I'm a fused glass artist. So I take glass, I put it all together, I put it in the kiln, and I heat it up to 1500 degrees.
Does it explode?
No, it melts together. And then when I take it out, I paint the back with a special paint, and that's what gives the final piece. Then I mount it with posts that I make into a frame, and there you have it.
That's so much work. Is it fun?
Yes. Okay. Well, I think it's fun. I suppose other people might not think so.
Well, I think it's fun. If you're on Del Mar here in San Clemente, and you just have to be cruising down the street at Gallery 104, look in the window and see Susan's artwork. And thank you so much for the interview today.
Thank you.
Tell us your name and a little bit about your artwork.
My name is Kelly Thomas Walker, and I do large-scale abstracts as well as some medium-sized abstracts.
And what do you use for medium?
Acrylic.
Well, let's take a look. Tell us a little bit about this piece.
I use a heavy impasto technique to create a severe amount of texture and depth, as well as layering. This is called the Beyond. It's about, heaven or the thereafter.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for giving us this interview and tell us a little bit about your artwork. Come on down to Gallery 104 and check out this artist's work. Thank you for the interview.
Thank you.